The new numbers, the more tests you take, the more positives you find. And I give this caution because I think people misinterpret the number of new cases. They take that number of new cases as if it is reflective of the number of new cases, the spread. It is not. The number of new cases is only reflective of the number of cases you are taking, right? Where our goal is to find the positive cases, because if we find a positive case, we can isolate that person, and that stops the spread. So we're actually looking for positives. The more tests you take, the more positives you will find. We are taking more tests in New York than any place else. We're taking more tests per capita than China or South Korea. We're also taking more tests than any state in the United States of America. That is actually a great accomplishment, because if you remember back 2 weeks, which seems like a lifetime now, the whole question was coming up to scale on tests. How do we get the number of tests up, and how do we get it up quickly? I spoke to the president and the vice president, and I said, decentralize the testing and let the states do it. I have 200 labs. I can mobilize quickly. Let us do the tests. They agreed. We're doing more tests than any state. So, for example, we've done 45,000 tests. California has done 23,000. Washington has done 23,000. So you see how many more tests we are doing. And again, I credit the team that's working here, because this is exactly what the mandate was. Perform as many tests as quickly as you can. And that's the the drive-throughs we put in place, the hospital management, et cetera. So our numbers should be higher. And they are. Total number of positive cases now is up to 10,000. Number of new cases has increased by 3,000. Just go back in case you can't read as fast as I can't read. 6,000 in New York City, 1,300 in Westchester, 1,200 in Nassau. You see the Westchester number is slowing. We did a New Rochelle containment area. The numbers would suggest that that has been helpful. So I feel good about that. You see Nassau increasing. You see Suffolk increasing. So that's just the widespread increase that we have been anticipating. But our hotspot of Westchester is now slowing, and that's very good news. New York City, it is the most dense environment. This virus spreads in density, right? And that's what you're seeing in New York City. New York City obviously has many more people than any other specific location in the state.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.